The e-mountain bike. If you want to have definitive sides of an argument, bring up e-mountain bikes around mountain bikers. You either love them or you hate them. There's not many people that sit in between. It was inevitable that the e-mountain bike would exist, only a matter of time before an electric motor and a mountain bike found their covalent bond. I recently acquired one and have been enjoying it. And today I'm going to give you 5 reasons an e-mountain bike is a good thing to have for some trail fun. Reason number 1, the climb. The climb isn't a factor on an e-mountain bike, which is super important. The climb is arguably the greatest obstacle to overcome for a new rider. We all have visions of trail fun, but few people realize the reality. For all that downhill fun, you first have to get uphill. In my time on mountain bikes, I've ridden with countless new riders that didn't factor that in. They bought a mountain bike, hit the trail, and then realized this isn't what I thought it was going to be. They end up with a new mountain bike, but they become non-mountain bikers, riding it around the neighborhood. I've been there before. I know it's rough. Factor in an e-mountain bike though, and uphills are almost as fun as downhill, which makes them enticing to many people. Few riders enjoy the uphill pump. On an e-mountain bike, that ruthless churn is turned into a whole lot of smiles. Reason number 2, learning to shift, especially that climb going uphill. Follow someone new on a trail and you're going to hear all kinds of horrible drivetrain sounds. Learning to shift going up an incline or leading into it is an art form you eventually pick up as a rider. But the learning curve is a bit steep. Raise your hand if you've ever started a climb in the wrong gear and had to get off the bike, shift and rotate the cranks around until you got into a lower gear, and then you could get back on the bike and ride up that hill. And be honest, because we've all done that when we were new. I've probably done it since, recently. On an e-mountain bike, it's not so much a problem. You can pretty much shift whenever you want to because there's a slight power cut for the shift transition, and then the power comes back on and you have all that extra torque, so you don't lose momentum. You don't need to stop on a hill. Shifting on an e-bike is kind of like learning a foreign language through full immersion. You just sort of run with it and it naturally happens. Learning without the negative side effects and horrible gear crunching sounds. 3. Now this one's going to create some controversy. I hereby state my argument that an e-mountain bike will make you a better mountain biker overall. How could that be? Well, it's pretty simple actually. If you can learn to maneuver a 50-ish pound bike over roots, rocks, and all the other trail obstacles, you will be an absolute god on a bike that weighs 25 to 30 pounds. That's truth. But there's probably someone typing right now, but it's cheating. No, it's actually not. You can step down the power output of an e-bike and work your way into a standard bike. So there you go. Reason number 4, getting more people out to the trails. Riders, we often talk about wanting more people out on the trails. Some people then criticize e-mountain bikes. The simple fact is that e-mountain bikes open up the trail to more people, and that's a good thing. And the way they do that is by being more accommodating. Less stress on the knees, hips, and other body parts. People can just get out and have fun. So people shouldn't criticize an e-mountain bike on the trail. They should be encouraging them. More people to ride with equals more fun for us all. Which is a perfect segue because it ties into reason number 5. I will argue the most important reason and likely why the mountain bike bros try to look down on e-mountain bikes, because they level the playing field. The average person is not a professional mountain biker nor a professional bike fitness buff. Most of us have full-time jobs, 40 plus hours a week. Some of us have kids, just other things going on in life. An e-mountain bike allows us to get out on the trail and ride like we're more pro, like we spend more time out here than we actually do. The average person can get on an e-mountain bike and literally ride for as long as the battery lasts without burning themselves out. I live this. We do night rides now, and often members of the local mountain bike team are on the night ride. If you want to feel inferior as a mountain biker, Get in front of some people that are on a mountain bike team and start huffing it up a hill. It won't be long before they zip past you. Factor in an e-bike and you can hang with them, leave them in the dust if you want to, especially on the uphill runs. I'm not saying it's a competition here, I'm just saying that when you're not on an e-mountain bike and you're riding with mountain bike team members, you're probably slowing them down. The average time on trail for the night rides I've been talking about is 1 to 2 hours, actually pushing more towards 2 hours. As I've already mentioned, it covers usually between 4 and 7 miles. And I can tell you, the people on analog bikes, even the people that are in really good shape, after 2 hours of riding, they're pretty tired. But they're still excellent performers, so the average rider trying to keep up with them for 2 hours, well, you might want to bring a signal flare so you can just kind of lay on your side and hope that somebody comes back for you. Factor in an e-mountain bike for the average rider and not a problem, as long as the sweet nectar of electrons is flowing through whatever chemistry makes up the batteries. A true equalizer, and that leads me to believe, gets me back to what I was talking about at the beginning of Reason 5, I think the mountain bike bros that look down on e-mountain bikes don't like that. They don't dislike the e-mountain bike itself, they dislike the trail equity that the e-mountain bike brings. And that caps off my 5 reasons that e-mountain bikes are a good thing and good for trail riding. But I'm going to end this by posing a question. There are purists in everything, and I too like a standard analog mountain bike. I have many of them, but I enjoy both. And my question is, why wouldn't you also want a bike that brings 100% smiles to each and every ride? A bike that is literally 100% joy to ride and gives a constant smile on the rider's face. Comment below, thanks for watching. I hope you're subscribed and you consider giving this video a thumbs up if you found it informative or entertaining. Have a great day.